Okay, let's not use the word grateful. Let's maybe use the word contentment, right? I've been talking to a lot of people lately about my business, what it is that I do. And when I tell them that I'm a mindset master, they're so curious as to what that is. So, one of the things that I teach about mindset mastery is contentment, mindfulness, and being in the present moment. So, being in the present moment, absorbing the present moment is going to help you to gain that contentment, that gratefulness that you're looking for. Now, the reason I said let's not use the term grateful or the word grateful is because sometimes that can come with a negative connotation to make you feel like you shouldn't want more out of life. Like, you should be grateful for what you have. You should be thankful for what you have when you know that you want more out of life. But it's not really about that, right? It's more about your contentment for where you are right now and the knowing that you will still get there, the knowing that you're on the path to your greatness, to your success. And this is where a lot of people get stuck because they're having such a hard time with what's going on in the present that they can't even see through to the future. They feel like it's so far into the future, like they can't be happy right now because they're not where they want to be. So, if you practice just being in the present moment, sitting in silence, taking that time for yourself, to not immerse your thoughts in anything that is happening tomorrow or anything that happened yesterday. Like, you know how we sit around and we have these future conversations with people, especially when we're mad about something like, oh, I'm going to tell her this and then I'm going to say, and then she's probably going to say, and then I'm going to say, yeah. I used to do all of that kind of stuff too until I just learned that I was already on the path to where I needed to be and to calm my nervous system down and to sort of, count, put check marks next to things that I was accomplishing, places that I was getting on the list of things that I wanted to do. So let me help you out because you may say, well, how do I do this? How do I practice this mindfulness, this contentment? The best way to do this is to come to a place of silence. And I would suggest you take yourself on a date. If you take yourself on a date, just 2 hours, just pick one day, let somebody else care for the kids, let somebody else care for your significant other, let somebody else care for the work stuff, whatever it is, carve 2 hours out of the week. Now, this is something that I learned from reading The Artist's Way. So, this is not something that I came up with by myself, but it has been so beneficial for my life. Take the time to slow down and take yourself out on a date. Do not get on the phone. Do not call anybody. Do not get on social media. Do not invite anybody out with you. Just be with yourself and loving yourself and see what comes in your head. You'll get this self talk forming in your head, and you will start to be aware. You will start to be aware of your own thoughts. And once you're actually aware of your own thoughts, that's when you can start to, I don't want to say control your thoughts. There's got to be a better word for it. But control your thoughts in a way that you are aware of the negative ones that you have and you are aware of the positive ones that you have and how those make you feel. Because each one of these thoughts, you know how they say thoughts are things or thoughts become things. They activate a charge within your brain and body, and they make you feel a certain way and behave a certain way. And not only that, they make you perceive things in a different way. Have you ever been pissed off and then everything after that for the rest of the day just made you mad? Okay, because you were in that vortex, you were in that bubble of being pissed off. So start to recognize when these things are coming up and what the triggers are and everything. And the only way to do that is to get silent. But a lot of times when people tell you, these techniques and everything, they're difficult to stick to because they may be boring. They're not a regular part of your life. And so that's why I suggest you do something that's going to make it fun, that won't feel like work, that won't feel like a chore. I I never want to feel like I'm working again. I'm telling you, I'm only working on things that light me up inside, especially since I've been studying human design, and especially since I left my job in corporate America or social work America or whatever category it is that you want to put it in, the white collar lifestyle, especially since I left that and been studying human design. But we can talk a little bit more about that later. But right now, I just want to give you this small task, this minor thing to do is carve out some time. I know, when you're watching this, it may be later in the week, so you may have to do it next week. But whatever it is, carve out just 2 hours for yourself where you're not on the phone, you're not with anyone else, and you're not talking to anyone else, and you're not on social media, and you're not on your phone, and you are out and about nurturing yourself, doing something that you want to do, and sitting in the silence of yourself. So whether that's taking yourself to a restaurant, taking yourself on a nature walk or a hike, taking yourself to go somewhere and paint, taking yourself to the Art Museum on its free day. If you're in Columbia, South Carolina, like me, then the Columbia Museum of Arts has the free first Thursdays, anything like that, where you can really be to yourself and absorb the time yourself. That will begin to open you up to where you need to be able to get to this place of contentment. So after you do that, come back and let me know how it went. But until then, I will see you next time. My name is Jamie Drew, Mindset Master, Abstract Artist, and Women's Self-Care Advocate. You can check out everything that I have going on social media at TGE Living. And you can also check me out on tgeliving.com.